Hey guys, I'm back for more. I was gonna watch the Power Chef and all of that, and then I thought, you know what? We don't even have to because it's the same ingredients basically in the second one, with just a little spin on it. So that's another perk to these recipes and the way that I set them up is because you're gonna use a lot of the same ingredients, which is gonna save you time and really build that confidence because you're gonna be have some solid recipes and not feel like you're making the same thing all of the time. And so that was by design. So I'm not going to wash the Power Chef. I'm going to show you how easy this one is. It has cilantro in it. The recipe doesn't call for that, but my family loves cilantro, so no biggie there. So I'm just going to toss into the Power Chef, and on the recipe card it does say the Quick Chef Pro, but the Power Chef will work great for this, so don't worry about that. I'm going to toss in a little bit of onion, so I'm just going to do 1 of the quarters of onion. Then I'm going to do just a little bit of jalapeno in there. And then I'm going to do, what else do we want in there? Some garlic in there. So again, I'm just going to pull that off the garlic bulb, smash it with my knife to get that out. Toss that right in there. Okay, so a little bit of garlic. Say, hey, Heather. Toss that in there. And then I'm just going to give that a quick chop. And again, if you missed it, I didn't wash my Power Chef from the last recipe because it's pretty much the same ingredients, which is fine. You don't have to. And think about that. You could do a lot of these recipes like if you were camping. Because, you know, washing things when you're camping is kind of a pain. Okay, so I just chopped that up like real easy. Just a couple of small things. Now I'm going to add 3 eggs. Okay, so 3 eggs are going into the frittata. You could really do whatever veggie ingredients you wanted to right there. I'm going to do a little bit of Southwest Chipotle in there too, just to make sure it has lots of flavor. Okay, so 3 eggs right in there. Again, this is a recipe that you're going to want to go live with and show people because you could build a whole party around this breakfast maker. And I did that for a long time when I started my business, which is one of the reasons that I chose this recipe for our open houses, is because I did a lot of parties where people would drop their kids off at school or preschool, and then we'd get together and I'd make them hot breakfast and we'd just drink coffee and hang out. And it gave them a chance to shop without feeling like they had to get home and do bedtime or get home and, you know, because their husband was going to be upset that they were out partying and spending money. And so it just made everybody so relaxed, and it was a time for everyone to just connect and have some mommy time. And so I love doing these parties. So I'm going to whip that together. Okay. Oops. And that's it. I'm going to use my spatula, get all the salsa bits down in there from before. And then this recipe calls for some cheese on top. So I got non-dairy cheese. You can get whatever kind of cheese you want. It calls for pepper jack cheese. We're going to use our breakfast maker. This is an affordable piece. It's only $20, so it really is approachable no matter what price point your new consultants, customers may be shopping in. This really is an affordable piece. It's something that travels well, so they can take this on the go, store it in their office, and have protein-packed breakfast first thing in the morning. It's perfect this time of year because everybody's thinking about getting healthier and challenging themselves to squeeze in a lot more beneficial foods to their diet. So it's a great time for the breakfast maker. So I'm just going to dump that into the bottom of the breakfast maker. You don't need to add any oil or anything. And then I'm going to get that cheese. Grab it. And I've never used this dairy-free cheese, so hopefully it melts well. It's supposed to. That's as advertised. It's supposed to melt well. But again, just use whatever cheese you want. So if you don't want to do pepper jack cheese, you don't have to do pepper jack cheese. You could do whatever. You could also do fresh tomatoes if you wanted to. I did buy cherry tomatoes, and I thought maybe I'd slice them on top when it was all finished. So you can kind of make this your own, but you just want to show how quick and easy this is. I'm going to pop this in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, and then we'll check it. Okay, so while that's microwaving, that's a perfect time to teach your new consultant how a microwave works. So if you don't know, how a microwave works is it actually rubs the fat and water molecules together, and that vibration is what cooks your food because that creates a heat source. So that's what actually cooks your food. And so you always, when you're microwave cooking, want to make sure that you allow for some rest time, because as you can imagine, if something's vibrating, it doesn't just instantly stop the second the timer turns off. So that's why a lot of people are intimidated by microwave cooking or don't like to eat food that has been cooked in the microwave, because it's actually overcooked, because a lot of people cook until it's completed, and then that vibration continues to happen and it gets overcooked and then it's rubbery. So you just want to make sure that you're educating your new consultants on a little bit of microwave cooking tips and tricks, and then they can decide if that's a good fit for the customers that they're going to be serving. Yes, Beth, that's at full power. And then also, again, you can just teach them that this is the beginning of microwave cooking for them in their Tupperware journey, but the breakfast maker is a great tool to throw into a basket with some other kit items. So I love to do, if somebody says they don't have time for a full party with a demonstration and all of those things, I love to just throw the breakfast maker, the Power Chef, a Fridge Smart, and a modular mate in a basket. And then I give up, brochures and that kind of stuff. And I used to do these, you could do these on the sidelines at sports events. You can do them, pretty much anywhere. Just have your basket of things and walk them through some of the tips and tricks that make our products special. So you can tell them how, we're BPA free, BPS free, formaldehyde free, dioxin free, and then use the breakfast maker as a tool to teach them that we offer full microwave cooking classes, and that's something that they can sign up for and be a part of. And we can do those in their home. We can do them at a central location through our Taste of Tupperware. They can come get information about that. So really use your breakfast maker as a building block for what your business can be. So with that, we're down to 20 seconds, so I'm gonna go check it. Again, no promises on the cheese. Cross your fingers on that, because I did dairy-free cheese so my daughter could have some. So let me check. So the breakfast maker handles on the side, they do warm up. They are warm to the touch, but they're not so hot that you can't touch them. And so you want to pull that out. You can use hot mitts if you want to. Pull that out, and then you're going to let that sit for a few minutes. And while that's sitting, you can walk them through. Oops. Okay, so you can walk them through some of the other pieces of their kit that we're not going to use today. For example, the modular mates. Now would be a good time in the demonstration to talk them through dry food storage and kind of give them some explanation on their modular mates so they know how to use them, because it's not something that's actually included in any of our demonstrations today. So that would be a good time to fill in that gap. You could also bring up the quick shake container. This is actually a perfect breakfast companion. If you're going camping, you can crack the eggs in here, and I believe you can do 18 eggs in here. I'll double check that. And when they're cracked in here, and then you can either pour them out one at a time if you're doing fried eggs, or you can shake it up with the strainer in there and do scrambled eggs. So this is a great container on the go at work. If you wanted to do the breakfast maker at work, you could plop your ingredients right into this quick shake container. It is liquid and airtight. You can toss it in a bag or a backpack, take it to work, and then just dump that out into your breakfast maker. Again, you don't need any oil or anything for the breakfast maker, so you could just wipe that clean and do that every day if you wanted to do omelets in your work microwave in less than 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna pop open this top, and we're gonna see how we did. Oh, you guys, that actually looks really good, even with the weird cheese. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Yum, right? So that looks delicious. Should we have a taste tester? Let me see if one of my kids want to come taste test. Hey, Chilemies. Oh, they're all upstairs.
What?
Oh, do you want to come taste test?
No.
Okay, come taste test. Again, weird cheese, so no guarantees on this. Oh, you know what? It actually needs 1 more minute. I'm gonna pop it in for 1 more minute before they taste. Don't want to be giving anybody salmonella, you know what I'm saying?
So in the meantime, do I just eat this chips and salsa?
In the meantime, you can eat chips and salsa.
Mmm.
Also, you want to teach your people that every microwave is different. It has different wattage, and it just cooks differently depending on the age of it. So you can have 2 microwaves that are each 900 watts, and they're going to cook differently. So prepare her for that so that when that happens at a party, she's not stressing. She knows, okay, I got this. I know what this egg is supposed to look like. It doesn't look like that, so I'm going to keep playing with it until it looks like that. So build that confidence in her and let her know she didn't do anything wrong. Just every microwave is a little bit different. Heather said she loves that the kid that showed up was you. Because I said, let me see if my kids want to try this. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Yes, and Sandy, good. I'm glad you're a camper because you can do all kinds of things with your Tupperware when you go camping. It is like they are made for each other. And even just little things like you can pack your tumblers, your classic tumblers, freeze some ice in there, use that as the ice packs in your cooler, so that the ice doesn't get like melty all over everything. So use it to keep your food cool. And then it's a tumbler when you get there. And as that ice melts, it's perfect water for you to drink. All right. It's the big moment of truth. We're going to let that rest again. On average, you want your items to rest about 1/3 of the time that you cooked it for. So I cooked that for a total of 3 minutes. So I'm just going to let that rest for a few seconds before he tries it. Now he's leaving me. Where are you going? Taste tester.
You said I had to rest. I'm hungry.
Oh, well, it's not resting forever.
I'm hungry.
Well, come eat, fool. All right. Ooh, that steamed up my glasses. There you go. It's hot.
What are we having?
This is Southwest Frittata. It's hot. Sorry.
Mm.
So a very defining moment in our marriage was when we were making. You liked it?
Yeah.
You want that? Okay,
yeah.
Bye. A defining moment in our marriage was one time he was making sauce and he had me try it and he did not blow on it or anything. I mean, seriously, that just tells you. Kid tested and approved. No doubt about that. So, guys, you can do this like Lorraine showed us. Actually, that's funny. She just commented because I was getting ready to say that. Like Lorraine showed us that new recipe from the new catalog. You can do this with hash browns in it. You can do it with ham. You can do it with leftover veggies from the night before. Pretty much anything. You can shove it in the Power Chef. Well, not anything. I don't know. I could probably think of some stuff you don't want to put in there. But you can shove it in the Power Chef, chop it up, mix it with some eggs, put it in your breakfast maker, 2.5 to 3 minutes, boom, breakfast on the table. Really fun for kids. You can stock up on these and make mommy and me parties, let the kids all make their own omelets. I have a girlfriend who did a breakfast party for a school. She did it for all the teachers for teacher appreciation. And it was like build your own omelet station. And so she just had a bunch of breakfast makers and then she made monkey bread in the stack cooker and just had like a breakfast setup for all of the teachers and they loved it. And so get creative with your breakfast maker. It's an underrated tool in your kit. So that's all I've got for this one. If you learned something, put it in the comments. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you're going to share with your newest people. And I will see you back for our 3rd demonstration where I'm making something that's not dairy-free, but it is delicious. And it's going to be our chocolate and it's our cinnamon vanilla chocolate mousse. And let me tell you, when I make this recipe at my parties, I always catch my host licking the bowl after her guests have left. So it's a good one. I'll see you back in a few minutes.